50 years of raising Pokemon. How old are you? How old are you? What do you mean 50 years? You look 18 at the oldest. There's still life in your eyes. You look like you still have hopes and dreams.
Just arrived. They're
What do
kind
you
of a big
mean
deal.
50 years? I believe in you, Armin. I believe in you. I believe in you like a 3-year-old believes in Santa. They usually do, but some of them have nightmares. Learned that white strawberries exist. Now Daisy, female. Daisy's name in Japan is Horumon, apparently. A second cousin who is a cow through and through. Their running speed is the same as whether on 2 or 4 legs. I'm glad they don't have the old description for Daisy. For those who don't know, Daisy's feet squirt milk when she runs. I just think this is important for y'all to know. In theory, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you so much right now. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, here we go. Boom! Oh! Is that really a million? A million roses? Amazing! That's amazing! We're rather impressed. Such a pointless exercise. Well, thank you for doing it. We're so pleased. Yes, let's go home now.
You did it.
Thank you, Marty. Look at this! Look at this! It's 9:27. 1 million roses! How the hell? My God! My God! I need to backspin if I'm doing this. I got distracted by the golf cart! I screwed that up because I thought I was gonna get hit by a golf cart. I'm glad this guy has no peripheral vision whatsoever. What? What? 50 years. Hello? 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 Hey, Snow. Hey, Elusive. Hello? It was dark in there. Larmith, you're not... Wait, I have them off. I have them off! Are mods just allowed to post it anyway? Hey, Moss. How's it going? Hi, BB. What? Are mods just allowed to post gifs anyway? I turned it off. I turned it off. I'm gonna look at it. Did it turn back on? No, it's off. Okay, mods can just bypass that. Cool. That's fun. Thanks, Twitch. Or it doesn't work. I don't know. Hi, Mello. It's suddenly very hot in here. Turn on the fans. BB. Hello. BB says hi, everybody. But yes, it is time for the final known puzzle. Yes, BB, the final known puzzle. I don't know what you want from me, BB. BB is very yappy. Hello. Yes, hi. Hi. I don't know if you can hear him. I adjusted some mic stuff. Can you want to say hi? BB? BB, hi. Hi. BB. Buddy. Buddy? Anything? No? Okay. Oh, you did hear some of it? Okay, cool. Cool. I don't know why he's so yappy. But we've got one more puzzle, and then we get the key to this. We get this key. This key. And then there's more. I don't know what's down there, but we're gonna find out. Whenever Larmouth shows up. I'm gonna go to the map room. See, this is the thing. Larmouth spent all that time posting a GIF. Now Larmouth's late. That's what's going on. Hey, Rose. Oh, it got really hot. Earlier I was thinking, man, it's gotten really, really nice and cool lately. It hasn't been as bad as it's been the last couple of days. Right before I went live. As soon as I hit live, and here we go, enter death. Like, oh, great. It is good to know. I'm just trolling though. But yeah, it is interesting to know that mods can bypass that. I think you can bypass it probably as a mod even if you weren't tier 2 subbed. But I don't like that you can bypass that, because that seems wrong if I've got it disabled for that to still go, you know? So for those watching, we need to go right... I'm trying to get it centered in the thing. We need to go right there. Right there. That is our goal. So we need to go on a trip to the balloon and then out on the peninsula. That's going to be the thing. So we need to go to the balloon and then to the peninsula. Yeah, the weather has just been absolutely nuts. I'm also, for those unaware, I'm also like now streaming on TikTok as well. The weird thing with TikTok is I can tell when people join the stream every time, and there's no way to disable that function. Cough, 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 cough. But yeah, it's jarring when it happens. Like, I don't want that list, which is why I've got it way off in the corner, and I'm more likely to pay attention to Twitch chat. It's so dark in this. There we go. There's Alarmith, ominously standing there. He's just standing there, menacingly. BB, are you menacing? No. Okay. Hello.
Okay, so that seems fine. I don't think I spammed the gift, did I? Did I just?
No, you just posted it once. You just posted it once.
Okay, good. No, because there was so much lag.
You gonna hold that? Oh, does mobile not like it?
I have it. Well, I'm using a really cheap Hewlett-Packard laptop.
Oh, that one you won. That one you won.
Yeah.
I remember. Did you ever run the
No.
Windows 11 debloat?
No, which might be one of the biggest problems of the whole thing. So yeah.
Yeah, probably should run that. I run it about once a month.
Probably.
It's very useful.
Oh.
Yeah, every time Windows updates, about like 2 weeks later, that Windows 11 debloat will have patches to remove weird things they added.
God.
And it keeps my computer running much smoother.
Hmm.
To anybody listening, if you are running Windows 11 and you would like to say fuck you to all of the AI they have shoved into your system, do a quick search for Windows 11 debloat. There is a GitHub thing by... It starts with an R. I can't remember the name, but it's just a command line prompt you run, and just do the default stuff, and your computer will run nice and smooth. It's great. Hello, TikTok chats. We need to go to the moon. To the moon!
So there's a lot of delay whenever I do things with that laptop. So yeah.
I've run into an issue.
Oh, yes, that. There you go.
Oh, I'm free!
Oh, you can't. Oh, okay.
Whew. I was free. I got the clock.
Ah, I had a lantern.
Yeah, since we don't have our pile anymore of stuff.
Hey. That light. Light's supposed to go in the... What?
You gotta
What?
drop it from this side. You have to drop it from this side because it has movement.
Okay.
And that little bit of lag, it all kind of stacks. So if you drop it from there, it'll go. There you go.
Yeah.
Because it's dropping, like, the ping is dropping it, like, right in the middle. So even though you were there, it's skipping, like, a person's width.
God. Yesterday... throwing
Yeah.
that box. Throw the box. I would see it arc and land, and then I would see it throw a second time, and then completely miss.
No.
And I was just like, oh.
Yeah, no, that vertical climb was not great. I don't think it would have been that bad, but I think your desync on it and then some random really weird throws is like, ugh.
Was making it worse at the end, much worse at the end, because of the lag and the desync or whatever.
Yeah.
I was able to shoot the flare gun multiple times before it would actually shoot,
Oh.
and so I was trying to figure that out, and it was causing problems.
Yeah,
So don't do that.
It was really interesting because like I would get really good, but I would get like these shots where I'm like, I'm gonna be impatient and try to skip like this one thing because I can totally make the shot, and then I would hit it and it would hit the corner of a bar and just fall down like, no. But like I think the worst part of that whole puzzle was just the amount of time to walk back up the stairs.
Yeah.
Which more people, less issue, sure, but
If everybody was at a certain level, yeah. Yeah, like 4 people at different levels.
yeah.
And
Like
the interesting thing to me was the weird crack that was in the window, the split.
Yeah.
I was curious if it was possible to grab the object on the other side of the window, but I don't know. I never could.
I was very intrigued by that as well. Like I think it was just to make it obvious we could hear each other through it.
Okay. Yeah.
Because
the
we've
window's
run into
not
so many
muffling
windows
anything.
where we're not meant to hear, and it's like, well, let's just make sure it's very obvious you can hear each other, I think was the point. But, yeah. I'm not certain if that was it, but that was kind of the vibe I got, it was just trying to make it go like, you can hear each other. I'm glad we did that puzzle late, though, because I did not want to have to climb or grab all the stuff from the bottom again. Ow. I know. I didn't want to have to grab all the stuff again and again and again and try and get it out of, like, go down and go up the stairs after re-equipping the backpack, and just, like, I hate this. Like,
Yeah.
it would have been faster if we equipped it at the bottom and restarted the session and you rejoined and we walked back over there. And that's
Choo
bad.
choo.
What could have been better for them? Have something at the top. Well, no. Even then, that would be a problem. Never mind.
I would have liked a
I
little
was thinking
lift,
a gate
a little
at the-
elevator.
A gate at the beginning.
Oh yeah, have a turnstile at the beginning that we have to go through, then do the puzzle,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then a door once it's complete. I'm good, Britt. I'm good. Still mostly Twitch, so I'm just trying to do TikTok streams as well because I need more networking, and I found a way to do it without a watermark, and yeah, it's not perfect, but it's better than not having anything. I need to reintegrate it with some follow alerts and like alerts and stuff again, so I can get that working. Because it feels weird, like, I need to encourage people to spam the like button on TikTok if they're watching over there, since that does increase the visibility of the stream, you know? But it's a whole mess in itself. We should be nearing, there it is. Okay, there it is. There's our goal. It's so far away. Beautiful scenery here, though. I love this. I love this location.
Nothing really gets close to that area, does it? I don't even think the lift, whatever it is.
Oh, to the
gondola. It's not a gondola.
nothing. Yeah, nothing gets close to the moon, but I think that's because that has the double backpack. It's an important thing, so you're supposed to kind of have to wander for it. So they still made it. They still made it very obvious, but. Aw, thank you, Britt. Yeah, no, I'm still very proud of my overlay. I'm proud of the layers. I do want to rebuild it all. I just spent time yesterday fixing the little Twitch sub meter on it, though, because it was showing the wrong percent, and it still doesn't quite feel right, but I think that just might be because it's moving. But I was trying to get the percentage right, because it was stuck at, like, it always looked like it was, like, 90% full, and it's like, that's not right. Apparently it was having a scaling issue. I don't know. But that should be good now. We've got working day-night cycles. We've got fireflies in the overlay. I mean, I feel like at that point, Brett, make a new Twitch account might make it a little easier on that one. Are gaming streams popular on TikTok? Not really, but they're not unpopular. Like, they exist, but I think for the most part, people don't really want to watch TikTok streams. I think it's kind of the spot with it. Is like, if I open TikTok, I'm not there to watch a stream. You know what I mean? Like, that's not why I open that app. It's like, I don't go to YouTube to watch streams either. It's not what that site's for. It has it, but that's not its purpose.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I get it in the fact that, say, like, a completed stream or something, like, you know.
Yeah. Watching VODs, things like that. Okay, we should
probably... That's about it, yeah.
But yeah, it's just not what the platform's really for. There you go. You want that. And then I'll carry you. It just makes it easier so we don't get separated to do it this way. I like how somehow the fake moon is, like, gone. Like, how? How can we not see that?
Oh, you can't see that moon up there?
No! No, I can't. Don't you screw with me.
To your left. Okay, there. You're
now I see it.
Bit toward, there you go. Okay.
But yeah, it's one of those big things.
I can see it glowing through the trees.
Barely. I think the problem was also that it's the same color as the clouds, which is just making it even harder to...
Yeah,
there it is. Okay. There's that. We did that puzzle, because that's the one with the first one with the helmet we did, which we've now completely broken, the helmet puzzles. Like, we're definitely not solving those the way they were intended. But yeah, with TikTok's audience is there for short form. I've found full movies on TikTok occasionally. It's like, it's neat that it's there, but you're probably not watching it there. And it's the same with, like, YouTube. Like, YouTube lives, when they're in my feed, it's like, I might tune into them, but I'm not chatting there. That's not the environment for chatting to me. That's not the purpose of that platform. Twitch is a live stream platform. YouTube does not care about its live streams. Like, I always talk about this, but YouTube doesn't care about it. And the way you can tell is if you're on desktop and you open up YouTube, find live on the left side.
Yeah.
They honestly don't even care about subscriptions either. Subscriptions isn't a button anymore. That's weird.
Oh, God.
It is, but it isn't. So what they did with subscriptions is they have the section that is subscriptions, and then below it shows all the people subscribed to, but they remove the icon next to the subscriptions thing to make it look like it's a drop-down, and that it's not actually the tab to open your subscriptions anymore, because they want you to see new creators. There it is. This is what we're after. They want you to find new creators. They don't want you watching the same ones you've got. So they've kind of stealthed the subscription thing, and you're expected to just use the home. It's a weird design choice. But lives are like halfway down the page.
Are you
Well, this
kidding me?
is weird.
Seems... Oh, no. What?
Well, I think this might be a fitting last one. Where's the light switch? I don't even got a light.
Wait, no. There's not.
Is there more here? Hmm.
Okay.
I am perplexed. Hey, Maru. Ow. What the heck could this mean? I have a guess. I have a guess, and I don't like the... Oh, no. I know what it is. I think. Oh, no. Just to be clear, the puzzle, right? The puzzle. It was 4 things and then 4 pegs, right?
Yeah.
We have to grab them and steal them from other puzzles.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
This is a very fitting final puzzle.
Okay.
Do you want to go grab that radio? There's a radio in the water.
Yeah.
And then we'll communicate that way, because I think it's best if we
sound
split
is-
up. Until we find
okay.
one, and then we can figure out what we're going to do after that.
We need the snowman peg. We need the staticky high-pitched warble sound.
Yeah.
And
We
I
need
don't
one
know
of the
if it's
scribbles.
on.
I'm gonna look up the scribbles. I'll try and get that one. That's where I'm gonna focus on. I'm gonna focus on a scribble. Well, actually, wait. The first spot we should go then. I'm gonna memorize the scribble. Just get the radio. We'll plan. Oh, I like this puzzle. Have a good one, Britt. I like this puzzle. I like this puzzle. I actually do like this puzzle. So what I'm gonna recommend, because there's only 2 of us, so there's no point in us being too separated. I gotta get back out of the water. Let me know when you have a radio. I know you're close.
I now have a radio.
Okay, so I think what we should do, because we need a sound, and I think it's a default sound. It's not like a special one from the hard mode, right?
No. It's just any sound place.
I think our first one we should do is we should get on the train again, go to back to the opposite corner, because both of those puzzles, with I think the sound and the scribble are both in the same area, if I'm remembering. No, wait. Oh, they aren't. That's where the sound one is. The pose one, the easiest one, is probably the ski lift. Sorry, ski jump. I'm just trying to get back to the puzzle. Why can't I see it? Am I blind?
Yeah, so snowman peg, flower peg, open arms, and that sound.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm just trying to think of where the map was. Where was the doodle room? I mean, we know where the hard mode doodle room is. It would be in there, but do we want to hunt for that, or... Technically speaking, actually, the hard mode would be the easiest way to get both the sound and the doodle.
It's a longer track, but yeah.
It's a shorter track. I mean, it's right there because it's the
Is
ski
it?
lift.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The other speaker one is the opposite corner of the island. I think that's our best bet. I just need to remember. I need to very, very clearly remember this. Also, we can drop our radio here. We'll take it for the second trip. I think we'll be splitting up for the second one, but not the first one. Unless we grab a backpack on the way. We will. Oh, actually, we'll get a backpack and a holster on the way. I don't know if we can holster these, but we'll at least be able to get one of them.
Yeah, we should at least backpack one of them, yeah. I would presume. I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because they got the peg on it, so we'll have to see. I just need to remember it's the one with it's the one petal flower is what I gotta burn into my brain. Okay, but yeah, if we go to the ski lift, you want this?
Oh, okay.
Safer traveling. I'm kind of glad this ended up being the last puzzle, though.
Yeah.
Out of all the
combination of
final
puzzles,
puzzles,
yeah.
this one works really well. Oh, and no, this is pointless. I was gonna say there's a backpack. This isn't a backpack. This thing's pointless. But yeah, the hard mode area is gonna be the best bet. It's just I'm gonna have extra doodles to flip through. But I don't remember where the other doodle room is specifically, so it's kind of like, well...
Yeah, and to go all the way back to the map room is, no.
Yeah, not worth it. And even then, I don't think I'd remember which one it is. And we can't take anything out of this. There's no...
Yeah, there's nothing to take out.
Well, I mean, there's the boards, but there's no way to get it out.
Oh, there's the pegs. And those would be one of the things we would need to
Yeah,
take
but
out
there's
if
a
we could take
turnstile.
it out.
We got to do a room without a
Yeah,
turnstile.
so.
Hey, Somia. They need like a random thing in game that just repeats your voice back to you. Like, doesn't do anything. There's just like a random bird, like a parrot.
Oh, God.
Like, ah.
Makes player sounds.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know right at the top of that ski lift there's I think it's a backpack and a holster. But yeah, I don't know if I really don't know if we can put the holster. I don't know if it's possible to equip one of the pegboards on the holster or not. That's the only thing I'm not sure on. I'm sure we can put the things in the backpack. That wouldn't surprise me. But actually, I wonder, can I hold you while on the lift?
That would be strange, but yeah, maybe. Okay, now the
Nope,
green
I can
thing
set
is
you in it.
something else.
I was able to set you in it.
Oh.
Okay. Just trying to remember the flower again. My brain's just going, flower.
What's that one to the right? The wire.
Wire?
The monkey bar frame stuff over here. Oh wait, what about this? The to your left.
To the left does have the pegboard where we can get the snowman. Maybe. No.
Okay.
That has line, triangle, and asterisk only.
Okay.
The one over there, the monkey bar section that you were talking about, is the A-frame house
Oh,
that we
that's
couldn't
counting. Yeah, that's counting.
No, but there's the A-frame house in the distance, past it, with the red base.
Mm-hmm.
That one did have 3x3
Okay.
pegboards.
Okay.
And then you can see the poses would be the ski jump over there, I think. I can't think of a closer one unless there was. I don't think there was a pose one over here, so I think it's just the ski jump is the closest one.
Okay.
So they're not too
And
far
that's a
apart.
backpack over there.
Hey, Pluto.
So. Okay. Do, 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 do.
But yeah, if we go straight ahead, there's a backpack, and then there's also a backpack or a holster. I'm not sure which down in the ravine. So we can drop down. We might be able to return with all four in hand. But this way. Oh, where are you?
Fine.
It just is easier to communicate if I know we're not drifting apart. It's kind of like playing, what, Chained Together? Isn't that the name of the one? Where both players have the shackle? That would be a really funny game with proximity chat, actually. Though I'm pretty sure their logo's AI, I'm not touching it. But it's one of those things where, like, that concept of being connected, but also, like, being able to drift a little bit apart, to me is really funny. If, like, it's like, why bother with proximity chat if you can't separate? Because hearing somebody fall off a ledge and go, ah! And, like, get a little bit more distant is hilarious. Like, that's all it is. Games are funnier with proximity chat. This game just has a little too short of a proximity chat.
Oh, there's another. Okay, so backpack up there.
I think this is a double. I think this had a backpack and a holster both. It's the only one, I think, that has two.
It is in the hard mode area, so...
Yeah, so they're just trying to make it easier to carry things, I think. Hey, Amber. Yep, there it is.
Yeah. There you go.
Here, try to put the holster on me. Well, I mean, put the holster on me. I know you can. Okay. I have equipped my codpiece.
Will this connect to the back? Or
No, that's a little,
this won't go into
big.
the backpack?
It'd be funny if it connected to the holster.
It's kind of hooked though.
Yeah. Which is weird. There's never anything to hook it on. I wonder if they originally intended for it to hang off of something. I think the doodle room was the last room we did, so that should just be over here. That should be, like, the very first one this way, I think. Yeah, I think that's this one right here. There's a megaphone. I can't remember where it is on this ledge. That's the megaphone. So I think it's a little further up.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we can reach it unless we go through the tunnel first.
Okay.
That tunnel's a jerk. See, I was afraid this was going to be like a really quick puzzle, and then we weren't going to have anything else to do for the stream, and turns out this is like the second longest puzzle. Well, third, I guess, probably.
Well, that was the first thing I was thinking of yesterday. I was like, okay, well, do you have anything lined up just in case, you know?
Well, my
This
hope is
puzzle,
that
that's it?
my
Okay, it's
hope is
done.
that there's more puzzles in after the key. That's my hope.
Maybe?
I'm not optimistic.
Maybe like an underground room of puzzles?
Well, I'm expecting something similar to what the sphere was, maybe. Like, even if it's just 5 simple puzzles. But yeah, I don't really know. But it's like, I gotta finish it on stream. I don't want to do that off stream, you know? Like, that would feel weird.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind doing random ones, but finishing it? Like,
Yeah. Like you were saying, some of those other ones that are tedious where you had to... The ball, you know, having to roll the ball
Yeah.
all the way across. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, where it's like, yeah, we can do it, but, like, there's no entertainment here. This was... Oh, this is the poses! We can get poses from here.
Okay.
Wasn't it? No, we had to do shapes. The normal one is poses. Dang it. Never mind.
Shapes.
We can get the
But, I mean,
snowman. We
still-
can get the snowman. We get the
Yeah.
snowman from there. As long as we don't get caught by one of these randomly having a turnstile. I think the sketches one was here, over here somewhere. Because that was the last hard mode we did, wasn't it? Yeah, right here.
Oh.
I knew it was here, it was just where.
Oh.
The maximum heal height to be comfortable all day is about... I mean... That's a lot of heal. I think my maximum heal height for best comfort is about ½ an inch. And even then. But that doesn't help that I'm flat-footed. Like...
Oh wait, no, you can probably still get it because the door
Yeah, you gotta go
opens
through
on
the
the
other
side.
Okay! I'm in hell.
Are you locked?
No, but I'm in hell. See, this is... Welcome to my board. Find the flowers. Oh, I found a flower. That's not the flower. Not you. Not you. Not you. Not you. Nope. Nope. Ooh, you're so close. You're not it, though.
Hey, there it is. That's what I would say if I saw it.
Ugh. Watch it not be in the hard mode.
God.
I think it's this one?
Oh. Wait, where? Which one? Oh.
That one.
Yeah, this is it. That's
Okay,
this one.
can I put this on your backpack? I can put this on your backpack.
Yay.
The peg is jamming into your spine.
Oh. Is that?
No, that was the similar one.
That.
Those were the similar
Okay.
ones, but the top one was droopy and weird, not coming off of it.
Okay.
If I'm wrong, so help me God. I'm gonna stare at it again. No, because the one on your back I could jokingly say looks like a penis. The one over there I could not jokingly say looks like a penis, and I was trying not to make the joke like 5 times. So we're good.
Wait a second. Okay. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying, right? Like, it's like,
God damn it.
ow. Hey,
All
good.
right.
Do you want to put this back on my back?
I'll put it on.
Yeah. Oh, really quick, actually, for the sake of testing. Could you try to put that in the holster? Hey, sugar, how's it going? No holster?
It will not go in the holster.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we gotta hope for a backpack for that last one.
Need another backpack, yeah. I don't know what that other blue one has.
I'm worried it
edge.
might be a holster.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you made it. Like most of my streams are Twitch focused, but I am able to see YouTube chat. It just might get a bit confusing. So. Oh. I was like, why do things feel weird?
Where's the sound though?
Sound is this way. I got confused for a second. I thought the timer launcher was another player. That scared me. That was horrifying. Right there. There's the sound one.
That's the sound. Okay.
We are on the final puzzle, and I'm actually going to place this on maybe the hardest one. Like, I'm not saying that the others weren't hard, but I think this...
God, yeah.
With 2-player, I think this is the hardest one. I think if
to-
you had 4, this would be fine.
Trying to visually describe sounds.
Yeah.
Okay, I can hear it.
Not that one.
Pretty sure it's that one.
I'm not sure there's bass in that one at part of it, and I don't remember that. It is a bubbly one. Are there two bubbly ones? Ah, it's my favorite one. No, just that. It can only be that one then. This is gonna drive me nuts. I've just realized this has no off button. There's no off button on this. This thing sucks. No, I'm pretty sure it's the one I'm holding. It sounds a little off, but maybe I just wasn't hearing the rumble before, but this is the only one that's even close.
Okay.
I think those
want to trade out.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's as far away as I can get it.
I mean, I have listened to the full hour plus of Pop-Tart Cat before, so, you know.
Nyan Cat?
Non-Yacht Cat.
I'm sad about Nyan Cat. It's dead to me. The creator turned it into an NFT.
Yeah.
It's like, people loved you. People loved you! You were an icon! And look what you've done.
Turned it into an icon.
Part of me's like, get that bag and have nothing to do with it, but at the same time, like, people love— oh, it was a backpack! Let's go! Alright, Larmouth, pack me. Wait. Oh, no. Oh,
sure?
God, yeah, no, it's fine.
trade
Put it on. Put it on.
trade
I'll
trade
deal.
them.
I'm dealing.
Alright.
God, that'd be the worst way to troll somebody you're playing with.
Oh, we're not getting out of here like that.
No, no. But just shove a noise-making thing on their back. Like, yeah. Get the one that's going
Get it
wop,
all
wop,
by
whoop,
now,
wop, wop the whole time. Just, yeah. Just get whoop, wop, wop, whoop, wop, wop as they walk everywhere. Like, no!
What was that Pokemon?
Wobbuffet? No.
No, the speaker, the...
Loudred?
Sure.
Loudred,
I'm just
Whismer,
saying
and...
they had it in the... Yeah, they just had it in the movie.
Oh, Rotom?
Well, it was the underground fight thing, and they had them as the electronic music.
Probably a Loudred. Probably a Loudred. Or
Yeah.
one of... Loudred, Whismer, and I can never remember the middle one. Somebody help! Chat! Half of you are autistic. One of you knows the Pokemon. Well, they appear to be locked.
What?
Push the
So
button.
what happens if you activate?
Push the button.
That's a light switch.
Other button.
Oh, this button. Okay.
We gotta resolve the puzzle. Explode! There we go. We have a method on this. We have a method for these. Okay.
Yoink.
I'm glad we have a consistent method for doing that one. Just like, yep, nope, got it. And also, my apologies. It was Loudred is the middle one. The last one is Exploud. And our final one is the ski jump. It should be this way. Thank you for the follow. Oh, I appreciate you coming from Blue Sky. I'm much more chill than my Blue Sky posts are. Listen. My Blue Sky post today was dealing with the Valora CEO having a mental breakdown, trying to explain to people that my Gen AI isn't Gen AI, and it's just like,
Is it an LLM? Yeah.
Oh no, it's an NBI, a non-biological individual.
Just because you rename it something else doesn't make it...
Well,
yeah.
it's his daughter and apparently has a bank account.
It's one of those, it's not a war, it's a tactical blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's a war, man. It's a war.
Yeah, it's like, just because you don't call it that doesn't mean it does not qualify to everybody else as that. The problem with Valora is Valora keeps doing this whole, we won't train anything you do on Gen AI. Your community manager is a Gen AI. You can't say you're not training it. If it's learning things from your community and actually tipping, I can't get out of here! And tipping the community, I am like stuck. It's actively tipping people in the community that it enjoys watching, but it's not training on them. Like, I think our definition of training might be very different. Just because you're not sending it to another site or something, like, that doesn't mean it's not training. It is, yeah. Oh, don't get me started on the vegan analogy. Felonix. Dealt with that with Spirit Crossing when I added them. They tried to go, we can't do everything sustainably. My family's vegan, but we still have to have fish because we need to get the proper nutrients for my daughter, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, that's fair, except we're asking you to disclose the AI so people can make that decision. This would be more equivalent to me, like, using beef broth, but everything else is vegan. Like, you can't do that. Like, you can't not disclose it. Let people make the decisions. Don't lie about it. So here's the problem. I don't remember which one it was.
I can cheat.
I think if I'm right, it was either hands up. It was one of the standing ones. Hey, Raiders!
Okay. I did a screenshot before we left. I don't know if you want me to use that or not.
I mean, it's the smart thing to do. Which one was it?
Should it be this one? Let me double check. Yeah.
That's fair. I almost did the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
How's it going, Ari?
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's this one.
Okay, we've got all four.
You got yours. Okay.
Well.
Now we gotta get back.
I'm assuming Ari's got a raid and run, because I know Ari is trying to avoid spoilers. But I appreciate the raid, Ari. I hope you had a fantastic stream. Thank you so much for sending everybody by. I do appreciate it. We're on literally the final puzzle. Our final puzzle, but that could be any puzzle, like, out of the 50. So, I mean, take that as you will. I think this might be the most convoluted puzzle. I think it's neat, though. You know what's really gonna suck, though, is if that flower drawing is wrong. Well, the only way I think it would be wrong, though, is if it's if it's not in the hard mode. Because out of the 3 flowers that were there, it was definitely that one.
Yeah, well.
You know what I mean? Like, if I had to pick out of 3, I know it'd be that one that's the closest.
Mode. It's in the hard mode.
Yeah.
All the flowers would be, every doodle that they have, they would put in the hard mode.
What would have been really funny is if they only did drawings of flowers for hard mode.
Oh, God.
Just 36 drawings of flowers.
This one has 5 leaves. This one has 3. This one has...
Honestly, though, that would be really funny. Like, they're all just or like the whole thing is just every single one is a slightly misshapen circle, and it's like, oh, no! Make him a whole bunch of drawings of our characters. Just a whole bunch of different
that's
drawings.
the
Some of them
other
are
thing I was thinking
shaded
about.
different, and then their poses are different, and then their expressions are different.
Having a mirror, because a mirror is supposed to be a duplicate copy of your character, except because you have the paintbrush, you can change different colors.
Right. Oh, I
And
like
you
this.
would have to describe what colors on top and middle and bottom.
I
because
like
you're in
Dora's
front of
comment. It's the
a
tulip.
fun
Which
mirror.
tulip? Oh, we gotta go towards the moon. You take the moon, and you take the moon. You take everything that seems like moon. You moon it all up, and moon, moon, moon. Moon, 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 moon,
Shifts
moon.
the
Sun, sun,
tides.
sun. At least we have a landmark to head towards. I think that's the key thing here.
Hmm.
Skymark?
Sure.
Not really a landmark, more of a skymark, I guess. Dang logs.
Constant flare.
I don't mind, like, the weird terrain, but I feel like it needs to be a little bit kinder with letting us get out of spots.
This is a standard, I think, navigational problem they have in almost all games, which is like I complained about it in Fallout, some of it in Grand Theft Auto, which is like there is a bump in the ground, and that is stopping me from moving forward. Any normal player, any normal human would just lift their foot a little bit higher
Yeah.
to step over it.
You've got to have
You know,
procedural
they'll shift
steps
the
for it to
body.
work.
Yeah.
I think really it needs to be done kind of like how Little Kitty Big City does like ledge detection. Which honestly, we're already doing ledge detection for our sitting. But basically you have an array of
Yeah.
12 points around your character. And then it checks those.
Okay.
And I feel like if their height is within a certain range, it should just let me go up it.
Is it up here?
This way.
Oh no, it's at the end of the.
It sounds like my stomach is
sure.
rumbling constantly. I'm just here.
Oh, you're hearing the bass in there. I'm hearing the constant high pitch sound.
Yeah, no, the high pitch I can tune out, but
I'm
the
too old
bass
to hear
is
the
like
bass.
the bass wants all my attention. The bass sounds like somebody is sliding. It's like when you're like if you slide your hand next to the edge of like your like headphones, where you can hear the sound outside of it.
Oh,
That's what I'm hearing.
yeah.
So it's really distracting.
This might be a problem.
I just slid down. I can see the angle of it. The problem is we have no lights in here because they decided not to give us lights. Yeah, see, you can make a penis joke. It looks like a penis. Kind of. If there was one more line, that would very much be a penis. That's how I knew which one it was.
Don't
you yell at us. Yay!
Ta-da!
I got rid of half the sound.
Can't get rid of this one, can you?
No, I got rid of half the sound. Yeah, I barely hear the bass on this one. Is the thing. The bass is really like that's why I was questioning it, is I could barely hear it. Oh, yeah, stick it on my back just in case.
On your back? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, actually, the better way would be for me to put this on your back. Okay, wait. Okay, there, and then take that off my hip. Oh wait, no, never mind. Pick it back up. I'm just an idiot. I'm overthinking, and I can do this. Because we will lose each other in the
Roger
dark.
that.
Who's Roger? Roger Craig Smith? Sonic the Hedgehog?
Sure.
Roger Craig Smith is the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog. Can somebody double check that for me when I say that? I'm pretty sure that's the right name. Right name? Or is that Rocco from Rocco's
No,
Modern
that's
Life?
not the right one. Urkel will forever be the voice of Hedgehog for me.
I mean, that's also fair. But you don't even know his name. Something Jones, isn't it?
I do not know. I think it's something white.
Oh, Jamil White. Jamil White? Jamil White.
I think that's right. Yeah, that's probably right.
But I do need somebody to check. The current voice of Sonic the Hedgehog, I believe, is Roger Craig Smith. But then I need somebody to also check who the voice of Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life was. I'm putting Snow on fact-checking duty. There's the 5-minute room.
I wonder if that was one of the first commercials cartoons that did the joke with the sensor bar. Like, how
Oh.
do you make it do that?
Wait. I'm thinking of when Rocco just had the physical sensor bar in front of him. I'm not sure.
Yeah, 'cause he, at midnight, he would go into the kitchen to drink milk.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember that. I got distracted by the, my brain just always remembers that Mrs. Big Head is also the voice of Cow and Chicken. And Big Red. And Mr. Big Head as well. They're all... I've forgotten his name? No! Looks like most remix Sonic game it was Roger Craig Smith, but the upcoming... I'm not counting the movies. Movies don't count. Movie voice isn't Sonic. So it was Roger Craig Smith. Awesome. I got that right. But now I gotta figure out who... Now we gotta learn who Rocco is. Rocco's Modern Life. Rocco's Modern Life. Honestly, I think Rocco is a big part of it's one of those shows that, like, looking back on it, it's part of why my political views are what they are, is Rocco. Like, Rocco was very forward-thinking and open about a lot of topics.
Yeah.
And I think we're missing that in a lot of kid shows these days. Well, I say kid shows, family shows. Because Nickelodeon was family shows, and then it slowly shifted towards just kids for the intended demographic.
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't want to keep your demographic narrow when you're trying to look for an audience.
Carlos
So, I mean, as far as when you're competing with somebody who's not going to do that.
Yeah. I think that's part of why Bluey is as good as it is because it's meant for all ages to watch. And I think that's the thing that a lot of...
Yeah.
Nickelodeon was teen-based. Well, no. Nickelodeon had a specific teen target for different stuff as well. They had Teen Nick. Teen Nick was... Sorry. I inhaled lint. Don't know where it came from?
Wow. I just swallowed a bug from traveling through the jungle.
It was, in fact, lint. But there was Teen Nick, which I believe was called Snick. Was it? Was it Snick?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think they had both.
That sounds familiar.
I think it was Snick, and then they made it into Teen Nick later because nobody knew what Snick was. Or there was probably a lawsuit somewhere with Snickers or something.
Maybe. Yeah.
A lot of those brand changes, just like how you can't get what was it? You can't get Sprite anymore. You can get was it Sprite? Well, Sierra Mist. You can't get Sierra Mist anymore. It's starry because of copyright stuff. Oh, I'm not talking channels, Door. Nick had Nick Jr. in the morning. So before Nick separated into three things, it started as you would have Nick Jr. before about think it was either 9 or 10 in the morning. It was
Yeah.
Nick Jr., which was hosted by Face. And then after that, it would switch to Nickelodeon until, I want to say, 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock at night. And then it would shift over to Teen Nick, which was sometimes Nick After Dark. They changed. They did some branding
I would have
changes.
expected it to be. I thought it was Teen Nick shortly after school got out, but I don't know.
No, it was a little bit later because you had Cat Dog and stuff at 3. They had, like, I remember Cat Dog was 3:30 because I watched that all the time. I always remember coming home to watch that. But it was a little bit later than that. I think it was probably 6 o'clock because that would match up with Toonami because I believe Toonami was 6 o'clock. 5 or 6. Yeah, well, because you got to remember, this is before satellite became standardized, which is when you started getting Nick Jr. and Teen Nick as their own channels and stuff. So when it was just cable stations, there was only about 70 TV channels, I think, at the peak of, like, cable. There was about 70 that you would end up coming across, maybe. And there were occasional, like, skip spots and things in there, right? But I want to say about 70 channels. It would go up to, like, 90, but there was, like, blank spots in, like, the 50s and 60s, depending on what your plan had, things like that. But, like, the default cable plan, when everybody was expected to have cable, you had like 3 Fox channels. You had regular Fox, you had Fox News, you had Fox Kids, and then maybe depending on the year you had Jetix, which was also Fox.
No, what's Jetix? I thought it was just FX, but
well, no, there was FX was a different thing, but that was
which was
movies.
mostly the Man Show and movies and such.
Yeah. Well, and the Man Show was also Comedy Central at a time. I think FX bought the Man Show after it was done.
Okay.
Things are weird, but it could also be regional. Could also be regional because we're in 2 different regions of the U.S. Who knows what they've thrown around? Well, that puzzle took us an hour. Well, including the turn in.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, TV channels were always kind of an interesting thing to kind of jump around. The final one? Oh, probably help if I took it off your back, huh? Everybody ready? Ba 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 ba. No. Ba 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 ba. No. Ba 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 ba. No. Ba ba ba. No. Ba 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 ba. No. Ba 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 ba. I think my favorite thing is this purple one over there. I still love the purple one being over there.
Ooh, shiny key.
Look at the purple one, though. Larmouth gave... Oh, wait, the radio. Larmouth gave me crap because I edited... It was our last purple one, and I put it... I opened the side one, not even thinking about putting it in the middle. Can I file a quick complaint about this room? I hate this room. Like, the room should be 180. Like, why have this, there's, the stairs go over there and then we gotta walk all the way back this way? Like, what? Can you put the key on my back? Or can I put it on your back? Oh, whoa. Huh.
I don't have a mirror. I don't know.
It's up there. It's floating and pointing up. I don't think they fully planned on it. Ba, 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 ba. It's just gonna, like, open, and there's gonna be another wall behind it, and it's gonna go, good job! And then it's gonna end. It's just gonna force close the game.
That's fine.
Like, okay.
Here, have a coffee mug. Get to carry around everywhere.
It brings back the tea kettle.
Oh, God.
Everybody ready? We all ready? You look like a weird Teletubby. Nice. Here we go. Ba 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 ba. It'd be funny if it just fell out and it didn't do anything. Just like, nope.
Just get stuck right now.
You know, I thought it was gonna stop earlier and then it just kept going. It's just still going. Okay, listen, they should have like doubled the distance that had to go. Just like...
Oh, there's something behind
Throw the radio up! Throw the radio up! Ah! Did it just bounce? It just bounced when it hit the end of it.
Yeah.
I wonder what it would have done if you like tried to throw one of the lights in there that's bigger.
Oh god.
Wait, just to be safe, can you take my radio off? So I have my radio.
Where'd you go?
I'm next to you.
Alright.
Gasp!
Le gasp.
Has this all been a trick? We're just in AA? You've been having a drug trip. Why can't we sit on any of these? Come on.
You play too many puzzles. This is an intervention. You play too many puzzle games.
Hello, and welcome to this short reading. Please take a seat and listen intently.
Oh my god. Really?
This place is a message, and we hope that you receive it warmly. Please pass this card around. With this card in hand, take a moment to share a memory. Remember when we were blind? And it had a weirdly... Remember when you went on that drug trip in the tower?
Yes.
And then we never spoke of it again in the game?
Why were we crushing the cat bell? I don't get it.
Yeah. We built this place for you, but you made this experience for each other. We hope that your time here remains a part of your friendship even after you've left. There's something back there. I think it's another bell.
Oh yeah.
Your big walk is over, but before you move on, take as long as you'd like to reflect on the time you've spent here together. Ooh. That one. Whenever you're ready, there's one thing left to do. Thanks for visiting. I caught it. Oh. The White Skull!
Ooh. It's the crystal skull.
Just have it explode. Massive explosion. If I let go, does it stop?
Wait, where does this go?
I don't know.
What
Sign the
possible-
guest book. Don't forget me.
Sign the guest book. Whoa! I was right, it exploded! I got you.
Ah. Do you know where you're going?
Have you ever played Unfinished Swan?
Yes, yes.
Got any paintballs? I think I found the big walk.
Walk into the whiteness.
Oh, 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 it's fading. It's fading.
Ah.
Did I fall off the map? What happened?
Oh, we hit a wall. My legs are clipping through something.
Yeah! Ha! Ha! It's not an endless void! Screw you, game! Ha ha! You lied! That is such a slow fade. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Okay, it's finally reached the point I can't perceive. Oh nope, I can still perceive your legs a little bit. And now I'm just seeing things. Just Somia claiming the billboard during that.
There's water.
Is there?
Or wind.
I can still see the HUD. We have. Oh, the HUD's fading. Need to clean my monitor. That's what I'm learning. Yeah, ladies, I completed a bit walk. We hope you enjoyed your time. You've seen everything there's to see, but you and your friends are welcome to return if you ever want a place to walk and talk together. Oh, it just booted Larmouth entirely. Sucks to be you. Oh my god. One sec. Do-do-do-do. Hello. Oh. It's ringing. Ring, ring. Ring, ring. Ring, ring. Ring, ring. Larmouth didn't answer.
You're so cringe!
Wow! Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. 100%ed though. 100%ed, everybody. We did it. We did it. Larmouth was too cool to join the voice call. But we did it! It's been done! It got completed. It. I actually did that to somebody the other day in Cleo's stream door. Just somebody went, I hate you so much. Like, yep. But that was good. We finished it. We beat it. It's been done. Ah, here we go. Hello.
I was wondering what that other sound was.
Oh. Meow. Drop
Too
you way
loud?
down.
Too loud?
No, a lot of background noise though.
What?
There's like a tinny zappy zap in your audio.
Oh, here. Let me do a thing. I have to turn down my volume in order to fix that.
That's fine. Your volume's a lot better than it used to be, so actually turning it down would be good. And then I can turn you back up.
Mic. Adjust volume mic level. Let's test. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Test. Testing.
Do you have the crisp audio filter on?
No, I don't think so.
Turn that on.
I'm not.
Should just be further down in your voice settings.
Voice chat settings.
Bop, 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 bop. Wop, 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 wop.
Voice chat connection.
Yeah,
Remotely used optimal.
it should be under voice and video, and then just below the mic, there's
You're
options.
thinking of a different thing.
Oh, I meant in Discord.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah, it's like right at the top of that.
Imagine if you could only use PlayStation to adjust that stuff, though.
Yeah, I wonder if it has it. It's fine. It's
Yeah.
not as bad now that I've lowered you. Now that you lowered it, and then I lowered you a little bit. But no, that was
Okay.
we beat it. We beat the whole game. I
I got a
think
platinum
the
trophy,
thing.
and then a notification.
Yeah. And then I can turn off that compressor. There we go. But no, that like I think it was a good game. I think it was a good game. I think there was a lot of great things there. I think the big thing to me was they didn't need to like my complaints for the most part are really kind of simple on there. Like it was a lot of like some of the puzzles could have been better handled for the fact that they were supposed to be multiplayer. Like the fact that there were puzzles where you didn't need multiple people kind of defeats the need for it to be what it is.
Yeah, because like you said, you went through it and you played single player and were able to solve some of the puzzles. You just needed the other player to complete it. You know,
Yeah.
that's it.
That whole last the second to last puzzle we did, the giant pit, could have done that entirely solo.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they take longer, but that's it. That's not really a restriction. You need to have things that force you to have like if you're designing it that way, you need things that force that multiplayer aspect. And I think that's where some of it fell apart. And then other times it felt like, okay, they forced the multiplayer aspect, but they didn't do it in a fun way. Like the monitor, right? I was able to do the monitor alone with the coordinates, but I had to keep throwing it down because I couldn't look at it. But why couldn't I look at it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed to needing to look at it. I understand the mechanic. I just don't think it was conveyed in a good way. Like I said, my suggestion is make it so it has to be held up above the head to show anything. And you can pick any way to do it. I'd say put a little antenna on it so it's like it's getting reception or something. That's all it needed. Just something that goes, it has to be up to do it. It could have been a backpack. It could have been its own backpack that you can't wear a backpack while having, and you have to have that on for it to turn on. Like there were options. It could have been a TV head helmet that you had to wear. I think it would have been hilarious actually. Make it a helmet you have to wear. You can see out of it normally, but the numbers the numbers are just on your screen kind of obstructing you.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Or like the but see, this is one of those things like that the helmet, the sun whatever mask, some sort of variation like that. But that would mean that you'd be able to put it on and take it off all on your own,
right?
But that's what I'm thinking of is something in that sense where it's covering most of your sight, so you don't really get to see where you're going, but you get to see the numbers going down.
Yeah. Well, see, and that's kind of the thing. Like maybe if they just did like you had like a red haze to know something was there. I think it would be really funny if you made it only trigger when somebody was speaking. Though I know that there's kind of an issue because you're supposed to also be able to type instead. But I think it would be really funny if it only showed what was on the screen when you were making noise. Could have been a funny way to do it. Like you can't see, you have to talk, but they have to pay attention while you're talking. Like I don't know, it's again, it's one of those. It wasn't a bad puzzle, but I just think that it wasn't fully done because you shouldn't. It made me feel like I wasn't smart enough to look at the TV myself, which shouldn't be how a puzzle feels. Like
Yeah.
Restrict me from being able to see it myself. Cool. Me holding it backwards feels like a flaw. Snow did ask favorite puzzle.
Favorite puzzle.
What was your favorite? Yeah.
Uh, I mean, some of the easier ones were nice, where it's just the gestures trying to remember the button combinations and stuff. Um, but man, I don't know. I kind of like some of the sound stuff that happened, even though as frustrating as some of it is.
I think
You know.
like for me, like I'm trying to think through them of like what my favorites were, and I think I had more fun in general figuring out the solutions to the really convoluted ones when they popped up. Like I liked that last one that we did. That very last puzzle I think
Yeah.
was neat because it kind of made us think through other areas. It was convoluted. The puzzle wasn't really hard, but we had to think through it.
Yeah.
And like I really
It's like,
enjoyed
what do you have to do?
yeah, and like I really enjoyed the like as much as annoying as the puzzle was, the really long heavy ball one was a fun puzzle once you go, oh, that's what we have to do. Is like it was annoying to do, but I liked the process of figuring it out.
Yeah. And realizing, hey, this is it's not entirely complicated to figure it out, but still.
I think though if I had to place like what was probably my favorite one, I think it was us coming back and doing the hard mode of the room with all of the buttons. I think
Oh yeah.
it was
Trying to
already
figure out
funny
all the
doing it
position.
normally. Yeah, it was
Hmm.
funny doing it normally, but then making it a massive room where we couldn't communicate properly anymore made that really fun.
Hmm.
I like it was I think that's kind of thing. I liked all of the hard mode ones more than the rest of the game because I liked seeing the puzzles we already did come back and be a little bit
Yeah.
more complicated. And seeing them be more complicated made it feel like, okay, we know what we did. How is it different? And I think if I could have anything
Yeah.
from that game, I would really like to see more of the same puzzles repeated. It's cool to have them all different, but like
Yeah.
they were all
But what's the
different.
new twist?
Yeah,
Yeah.
twists on things we've done is more fun, I think, than any of it. Oh, I did see a video of how people. If you remember the one where we had to pass the timer ball back and forth repeatedly inside the sphere,
Hmm.
what people have been doing for speed runs apparently. The first player will take the timer. The other one will just go through all the turnstiles to the end. The one with the timer falls down to the floor and just kicks it up. It just kicks it straight up into up towards the end thing. Like you never have to pass it back and forth. And it's like those oversights are things I think they need to work on too. They need like one-way gates maybe for falling.
Yeah, just a few. Yeah, a few areas where
Yeah,
it's just
there
really
was
good.
just oddities. But like I think overall great game. I did enjoy it a lot. I just think some
Mhm.
puzzles weren't done. I
The other thing that I would like to have, I mean, I feel like I'm going to have to do the research, but maybe if there was some additional thing, a link or something, so that I would know what the lore is.
Mm,
I want to know a little bit more because if it's based off of some story that, it's folklore story, I really want to know what that story is.
that's
I'm
a fair
interested in
point
that story
actually.
now.
That's a fair point because like as much as it's like it can just be a self-contained thing, there's something that they were hinting at and then they never gave us any continuation of that. Like, okay, apparently one random person that isn't the host will get a vision of the host. That's what I've learned. It's not everybody, it's just one person will go really dizzy and get a vision of the host. It's like, what does that mean? What why? What's the next like thing there? You know, like I would like to know
Yeah.
more.
I understand that there's a lot of folklore for like friends who have to go on a journey together to,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, fight the gods or some sort of thing, and learn and grow during that process. Now, yeah, that's standard old folklore. But it's like I want to know what that folklore is. I want to know what the story is.
See, I got
Just
this idea that, like, the vibe I got from a lot of what it was that, like, the host is this all in the host's head. It was part of the thing I got. Like, everything
Hmm.
was in the host's head is the vibe I got initially. But then why are the other, and then I feel like going to the monolith and one person getting the vision was this idea of, okay, this is telling me one person's getting the vision, that we're all in this person's head. But what does that mean? Can we expand on that? Like, can there be more to this? And maybe they probably left it as an open kind of thing for the fun of it.
hmm.
Maybe they didn't actually care and just thought it'd be funny to do a weird vision thing. Fair.
Yeah.
But I feel like there should have been more little things, more little random lore bits trickled throughout.
Mm.
Like, the idea of getting that vision, I think, was funny. It's like, it's great to do, but then maybe like there's another vision later that another player will get. Like, give every player in the
Yeah.
game a different vision at different points. Like, every time a tower got completed would have been an amazing way to do it. Pick a random person to get one of the visions and then mark them off
Yeah.
the list for the next tower, another vision. And then it goes, okay, well, they've all been taken, so loop back around. And then you could, like, people would assemble the visions into something and not just throw it into the sixth turn-in point
Hmm.
and call it good. Like,
And then
like,
some things like that last one that we did, that last puzzle that we did, I really feel that it really should be one of the last ones to be done.
mhm. I
Some
actually,
way to, I don't know how to lock that into
I want
place, but yeah.
to, honestly, though, I think with that last one, it would have been really cool, because they broke that, because they broke
Oh, you
the
know
orb.
what?
Hey, Earthquake.
The purple one, the the final hard puzzle,
Yeah.
just having that the open up the one the where the key is,
Yeah.
and then having that last puzzle that we did inside there to
Yeah,
be able to open up
in the key grab
the
spot.
audience
Yeah.
room. Yeah.
I would like to alter that, though. I think that last puzzle should have had a lot more to turn in than that. I think it would have
Yeah,
been
this should probably
better.
be a hard version of it.
Well, but I think it should be like, okay, you've got those, but you also need to grab a tea kettle. You also need to grab a flare gun. You also need to grab, I,
Oof.
uh,
Yeah.
but like, make it this big
Yeah.
final collection thing. Can you find all these things around the map?
Yeah.
And then,
The scavenger hunt for getting the backpacks, the double.
even if it was just
thing.
get all four flare guns added onto it or something, like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of little things they could have done there. Turn in a Ooh, actually, turn in a blindness helmet, but the only way you can turn it in is if you, like, actually walk with the blindness helmet into it or something, and things like that. But, like, bring in more of those little things.
A weird little spot where when you walk through a turnstile, it actually falls through a pit in the ground or something. I don't know.
Oh, you know what would have actually been an interesting way to do the whole the final turn in point, just to make it really convoluted. Make it be beyond a turn, like, you can only put them in the turnstile if you're wearing one of the, or like in their drop up points if you're blind. So you have to hold the thing and be guided by the other players to turn in the last skulls.
The turnstiles, just heads up. The turnstiles had a weird little glitch. I could get the flare gun through the turnstile.
I did notice you were clipping
but
things at the end in that pit.
yeah. So I don't know if that's on purpose or
I don't think that is
situation.
intended. I think that was just hitbox convenience thing that you managed to stumble across, because I was noticing things were moving to the other side of the turnstile while in that pit, like, But no, like some of it didn't need to be. It didn't need to be harder. Like I don't think any of it needed to be harder. Like I'm not saying that, but I would like more final puzzles. Like I think the purple puzzles were great, but I almost, honestly, I think the way to do it, maybe instead, and take it as you will, I think the final thing maybe should have been that the ski lift doesn't go all the way to the end to show those final ones for like the drop off point for the shot put and stuff until you've done and beat the orb, the sphere, and then have another path on the ski lift connect so that way it can go further, or that next one, or like another ski lift turns on so you can do that last little leg. But on top of that, have that reset every puzzle. Like you have to do all of the puzzles in order to get the orb. Except for the ones that were up there that were specifically hard. And then all the puzzles reset to a harder version. They all get like one upgrade. Could have also worked.
Yeah.
That way, like the shot
Or
put
all the
loses the
hard
one
puzzles.
flag, and we got to figure out where it is, and then it makes more sense there. And
Or put all the hard puzzles right past the orb, or whatever,
Yeah.
something like that. In
A
that
mirror map.
big empty field.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would have been good. Actually, as soon as you complete it, it like pops up like here's 10 or 15 puzzles that are just hard puzzles if you want to do them. And then you could turn those in the center and get that final key. And then that final key goes back. Could have worked. It just, I don't know. It felt like, I think that was the big thing with the whole thing is I wanted harder versions of all the puzzles we had. As somebody who likes puzzles, I enjoyed what it had, and I think the game was great, but I wanted more. I wanted more from every single puzzle we did, except for the hard ones. I was happy with all the hard ones. Except for the 30-minute. That was just funny. I wasn't necessarily happy with it. It was just funny that it was there. But, like, that is the thing. Like, I just wanted harder puzzles of everything. And I guess that's kind of the thing is like the game is more meant for people to do casual puzzles and spend the time with each other. So it wasn't meant to be that brutal, and that's why some got skipped. But that's why it's like the 100% could have brought all the puzzles back as harder ones, because every puzzle could have easily had a harder mode. Like I'm thinking of all of them, and it's like, yeah, no, they all could have been harder. They like every single one could have been more difficult. And not too much of a change, especially the ones that could be soloed. Like, but yeah, I would just like to see harder puzzles. I think is kind of where I'm at. And I don't think they do it, but a DLC of hard mode would be funny.
God. But I think one of the struggles with certain things that I'm coming across, like Grand Theft Auto, Fallout, that sort of stuff, is that the uncomfortable situation of trying to get your friends to play, this or that game. And it's like, where's the time, to everybody can get together to do this thing? Is usually the struggle.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the thing with Big Walk as well, right? Is just like as far as getting people to play it together and doing more stuff like that, it's very highly. It's like I'm not trying to fault the price because I do believe the values were the $20 full price. I think is a completely fair price. Typically. But the fact that you're meant to play this with people and find that time together means multiple people have to drop that 20.
Yeah.
And if you want to have 4 or 5 people, you're looking at $80 to $100 for that. Just for the game. Like, Steam used to have the group purchases where you could buy like a 4-pack of things. And I think a 3 or 4-pack of this game would be great for like $40-50. I think that would be fair. But Steam doesn't let you do that anymore. Steam removed the ability for people to do that because people were committing fraud with it. which is totally fair.
Well,
Totally fair. Don't blame them
yeah.
for removing the feature.
If you're committing from fraud, yeah, I get it, but yeah.
People were like gifting the
Like,
packs, and then people were refunding their parts of the pack, and then because it
Oof.
was discounted for buying the group packs, it was making it was a whole thing. But to me, that also feels like a logging issue. It's like, well, the discount was this much, so
hmm
one copy of the game is this much. The person who bought it shouldn't. It was a whole thing, but no, like I think that's just kind of where it is. I feel like I would be happier with Big Walk doing what you see It Takes Two does. And things like that, where only the
Oh,
host
yeah.
needs it, and then the other player downloads basically an access pass, where as long as the host is there, you can join. I think that method would have been more appropriate for this. And then even then, this game could have been $40, and you know what? I'm not going to complain. Like, I don't know what It Takes Two costs. Like, let me go. Let's see. What is the cost of It Takes Two? It Takes Two. Boop. It Takes Two is $40. So yeah, I would be cool with it being a $40 game. I would have no complaints about this being a $40 game, and then any friend can join with a friend pass, as long as the host is paid for it. I think would be completely fair, and I think that would work. So I think, like, I don't like to complain about price points on games. I really don't generally, because I do think devs can charge whatever they want. But it does feel weird when we've seen games that require co-op already have a non-paid version for guests to play. It feels like a bit of a step back to have a game that's expected to have up to 12 people playing, where every single person has to pay $20. It's like,
And see, and the other problem for me is also like a game like this, to be able to just join somebody's random game. But the problem with it is the vocal situation. So yeah, it's like, do I really want to?
Yeah, I'm glad they don't really have the random as an option. Like, it's not really.
Yeah.
But it is also. I will say
now
this, because it's a little more complicated because you were on PlayStation, I was on PC. But if you're on the same system, it shows your friends that are playing it, and you can just join their world. So
that's what I was about to bring up. It was like, yeah, there's a friends option. So if anybody I know is actually playing it, I could probably join theirs. But that's non-cross platform. So
those are going to be your.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, you can't get your friends list from other platforms unless you're making them sign up for another account elsewhere, and nobody wants that.
Yeah.
But like, it worked. It went well. It was fun. Like, I did enjoy the game. I don't think there's anything that is critically bad, that is an awful choice they made. There's just minor critiques that would be nice to get fixed. I think they need more accessibility options, and that is my genuine, like, hard critique on this. I understand they have their vision, but this is kind of something like, I understand they have a vision. I don't like to change things for people if I don't have to. If I have a set idea of what I want something I'm creating to be, but accessibility to increase the vocal range or separate the game's background volume from player volume are kind of basic stuff. Like, like, and that's kind of where it gets me, because like I can see you type from a further distance than I can hear you. Like, if you're not like that it's like that as a thing. They should be the same distance. I should be able to see the text as far as I can hear you. And I think they are, but the problem is text doesn't become harder to read at a distance. It's the same words no matter how far you are. And when the footsteps are as loud as they are, certain things are a lot louder than other things. And you have to face the player to see the text. There's no text chat in the corner. kind of thing. Like there's a lot of little bits. Like if the text chat popped up in the corner, I think I'd be more okay with it. Like lower left corner, when you type, it would pop up if you're within range. I think would be fair. But I have to face you in order to hear you when you're typing. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, now we can't do things while walking together. We also have to stop to wait for the person to type. There's just a lot of little things where if they'd increase the range.
If you think about it, it's kind of like imagine sign language. You know, you can't hear sign language from behind your back.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But that makes sense for the whiteboards. But the text that we're typing in while just chatting is meant to not be sign language, but just be a regular way to communicate.
Doesn't have a,
I also
have
wonder.
A mic, that's all.
We didn't test it, but I wonder how that works while blind. Do you have to look at me while blind if I'm typing to know what's being said? Because that would be awful and ruin that puzzle.
Yeah, and the what's the other one? Well, all the mute ones, you shouldn't be able to see the text through the wall.
They do have,
hopefully,
to make a note, they do have an accessibility option to skip any of them that are based on stuff like that. But that's just skip the puzzle. The accessibility choice is don't do it.
Oh god, yeah.
Which isn't good either. I would say what they need to do is they need to at least check the system you're on, and then, because most systems nowadays have a built-in option where it can use the system's TTS. Like games can detect Windows TTS and use Windows built-in TTS for options. Mac can use Mac's TTS for options. I believe Xbox can use Xbox's built-in TTS, and I think PlayStation can do the same. So they could have it access the built-in TTS on your system and use that when people type as an alternative. That would be an accessibility improvement. But yeah, I think like that's kind of the spot. I think it's really just going to land for me is like if I had any critiques of the game, anything that I would say is not there, it's accessibility. As much as they don't want the volume sliders, the drop-off test should be there. I think it would be best if they did something like, how loud do you... This is how loud you should be. This is our recommended volume for that, for the proper gameplay experience. You should not be able to hear this noise here. Adjust the volume of the other player to match where you cannot hear them from this spot as a, like, little quick ping-pong test. Like, adjust their volume to that point. Like...
Yeah. I mean, a lot of other multiplayer games tend to have a adjust the other player volume option.
I'll be honest.
Granted, you may want it a little bit more, gotta hear them. But
I'll be honest. I think the proper fix would be for them to build in a compressor for the mics to just push the volume to the level they intend it for the game. And then when people add gain to their mic to make it a little louder, it'll just make it come through a little bit clearer on their thing. If they just would use a compressor for all the voices of everybody, then they'd have a balanced game for what they're trying to do. The audio quality might differ or suffer a little bit as a result, but then you would have a consistent thing and people wouldn't be complaining based on mics and things like that. Like what I had to do for my stream so chat could hear you more easily from a distance, where I might still be struggling. They could hear you a bit better because I put that upward compressor on. It makes it more standard. Even if they made it a toggle on the compressor. The compressor is our way to make sure everybody's the same volume and intended volume from a distance. We recommend you have it on, but it's not required. Cool. Nailed it. Like stuff like that would be the way to go about it. I just feel like they had their idea for what they wanted the game to be and how they wanted it to be, even at the cost of accessibility. And that's where it kind of goes, for me. Like, as I mentioned to you, a color blindness setting is kind of important when you've got color-based puzzles.
But did they have any real color-based puzzles?
No, but you've got landmarks that are hiding in scenery that you can't, like you've got a green on, or a red building in a whole wooded area where I can see it really well. Somebody who's red-green colorblind is going to be like, I don't know where this is. And it's like,
yeah.
Patterns.
Of course, that that would be the if they ever make a sequel, then yeah, that's what they probably should have is some sort of color-based puzzles.
Like it doesn't, yeah, but it doesn't even need to be like moving or changing the colors of the puzzle itself. I would just say add a like if you have enabled colorblind mode, we've added a star pattern onto everything that's blue. We've added a spiral pattern that's on everything that's green, like that. Like it doesn't have to change
Button
the feel of the game
combinations
whatsoever.
I like you were talking about with the backpack. I mean, the backpack is understandable that another player needs to be able to access and remove from the backpack, but the holsters should be a combination of buttons that I can, put on and remove from the holster, just for the flare gun purpose.
If you if you highly limit what can be put on the holster even further than it already was, that would be good. Like, yeah, the holster was a good one, or the walkie-talkie. Even if it was strictly the walkie-talkie, I think that would be fair. That's like, okay, you found, and then make the holsters harder to find. And you just go, okay, you found something really cool, really useful. You can put the walkie-talkie in it, and it's like, oh my god, this is game-changing. But yeah, it just, a lot of it feels like accessibility. And honestly, the ability to access the holster yourself could be an accessibility setting. We don't intend for it to be on, but if you would like to make your game easier and more fun, based on or more fun for you based on what you're dealing with, here you go. You can access the holster as an option. Just press square, because that did nothing.
Oh, Square never did anything?
No.
I never know. Yeah,
I don't think triangle did either. I think it was just circle. I think it was just circle and cross, because cross was jump and then circle was crouch, and then R3 was sit, and then you just had your shoulders. You had the entire D-pad available as well. You could make it down on the D-pad. I don't know. It like I said, they're not like horrible complaints. I just think like the artistic vision was all there, and I appreciate what they've done there. I just think everything fell short in the accessibility category. I think that was its biggest flaw, when the accessibility option is literally, would you like a skip button for puzzles? Because that is the entire accessibility option, is would you like a skip button? Like I'm gonna pop that open just to show that little bit to people. I don't even know what the skip button looks like. I'm kind of curious. But no, it's literally just, do you want to skip? Is what it sounds like. I just love opening the game, and then it's like, well, game's loaded, but there's no screen yet. There we go, continue.
You got all the trophies. You beat all the puzzles. What do you want from us?
So if I go here, continue, accessibility, enable challenge skipping. Certain challenges in Big Walk require particular abilities to complete, including the ability to hear, speak, react quickly, or use fine motor skills. Enabling this setting will allow you to skip any challenges that might otherwise be inaccessible. That's it. The option was, do you want to skip? And it's like, having the skip is a good accessibility option. I do think that was a proper choice. But that should not be the only accessibility option. They were like, yeah, here's what we're adding. Like, that's not great.
I mean, the better option on that case is like fine motor skills. Basically tell us what your disability is, and then when you come across one of those particular puzzles, that puzzle will have an option to skip.
Yeah. It could also be wider.
That's it.
Wider, I think, would be like for motor skills, right? We will increase the clicking hitbox size. Cool. That's great. Like, you know what I mean? That's like a subtle thing, but oh yeah, wow, that's how they did it.
What?
It's just a sign that says skip this one, and then every player has to push a button together. But
oh, wow.
I mean, it's straightforward. I wasn't expecting it to look like that, but I mean,
yeah.
But like making the hit, like, okay, you like fine motor skills, accessibility. We've increased the size of all the buttons. So, you know what I mean? Because like every button, I feel like could just be like you could double the scale of it, and then the hitbox should be doubled, and then there's no problems, and you've increased the size. It's not the intended look, but it makes it more accessible to people. You know, like it's weird what they've done as an option you can skip. Like, I don't feel like I don't think I'd ever be happy if I made a game and the option to get more people to play the game was to allow them to skip part of the game.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, that's where it gets really weird. Like, why is your fix to, okay, fine, you don't get to play part of it? Like, what?
Yeah. I mean, like you were saying, it's like there's certain things that, yeah, you might not be capable of playing it, and I don't want to frustrate you.
Yeah.
On being able to play it, but you know,
Having
if you wanna-
an opt-out total thing, I think is fair, but I think you should have other steps before you go straight to skip. Like,
yeah,
maybe, like, the audio puzzle, right? If you are hard of hearing, and the game recommends a controller, we have an option to make it vibrate based on those sounds instead.
mm-hmm.
Like, oh, that'd be very useful. Make it vibrate based on what the sound pattern is. Like, cool. This one doesn't even require motor skills. This one is literally, there is a box over there. If I hit this button, I don't know what, there. There's a box there. It's push button, grab thing. This doesn't require motor skills, and it's got to skip. Like, that doesn't even fit for their thing. Somebody goes over there and grabs it when you hold this. I don't know. Accessibility is where this game is lacking. Like, everything else I don't really have complaints for. I don't mind the puzzles being the way they are. I think there are some that could be a little bit harder because they can be soloed, and I don't think any puzzle should be soloed. I think you need to add more, like, there needs to be more things that you have to swap between the people. The controls are really weird on keyboard. This game definitely isn't meant for it. Just to point this out, left click is left hand, right click is right hand, which is fair, right? But to put your hand above your head, it's Q and E. So Q and E. So if you want to stick your arm out to the left, it's Q and left click. If you want to stick your right hand out, it's E and right click. It's just like... no turning while your hands are up. It's always that argument I try to make with people. The reason controller is better than mouse and keyboard for any movement-based game is when you are playing with a keyboard and mouse, you can only move a possible 8 directions. You cannot move more directions on a keyboard than 8. You're like, but you just turn the mouse. It's like, you're still moving just the 8 directions then, based on where you're facing. I can move 360 plus angles with a controller no matter what way I'm facing. Like,
yeah. I mean, the insanity of having 2 mice, though.
there are some games that used to use that, which I thought was funny. What I want is games that require 2 trackballs. Katamari, I'm talking to you. There has been multiple cases of people trying to mod arcade cabinet, like arcade style controllers and stuff to make them work with Katamari. There's a game called Armadillo Racing that I would really, really like somebody to get the controls for and put that in for Katamari, because it's just a giant ball inside the thing. It's a giant trackball. And I want to push that and have that control the Katamari.
What I was saying. I was say, Dave and Buster's probably has some sort of, you know, the bowling madness thing, or whatever the bowling game. So you have a giant bowling ball that you roll around.
Yeah, I feel like there's options that could totally be done. Because I think, like, that's the thing. Katamari as an arcade game would be amazing. It'd be very hard. I don't think people conceptualize, like, moving around in with a Katamari, how difficult that would be to actually steer a ball like that, especially to get speed. Because because the prince is pushing from the bottom, so the prince has got to be like, lack of a better word, raising the roof, like movement to actually push it like that. But like even as a person, you'd be like, you're gonna be like pushing down from the top repeatedly on both sides and then trying to turn it. It's really complicated for what it is, but I love the game. I love Katamari. I think the controls are perfect on what it is for the analog sticks. That's why, like, I've been mentioning, like, the game I want to make, I want to do kind of like a street sweeper kind of design with tank treads. So you're actually doing tank controls while sitting on it, and that would control like a Katamari, right? Like, you one analog stick forward, one analog stick back, and that would be your intended movement method. And I think that would work really well, but it's just a matter of, like, finding that fun. I do love that Steam does have a pop-up for a lot of games where it goes, this game's recommended with a controller, because it really does let you kind of, like, you can play it other ways, and it'll work, but it ain't gonna play right. And it's like, why isn't this game playing right? I'm using a keyboard and mouse. It's like, did you see the pop-up that said, hey, we did design this for a controller? Because, like, I see people play Katamari on keyboard and mouse, and it's just like, what are you doing?
Wow. Yeah.
The game controls on that with WASD and JIKL, or yeah, or KOL colon, one of those two. Or you can play with modern controls where it uses ASWD and then the mouse controls the camera. Which, just to be clear, Katamari does not let you control the camera normally, so they get a whole weird thing. It's strange. I don't know. I don't know. I think, but yeah, back to the thing. Like, accessibility is like the one part where I'd be like, hey, can we turn down the footstep sounds? Like, it's small little things.
I mean, I know what you're talking about and stuff like that. I don't know. I chalk that up to the whole, not misophonia, but the ASMR, because there's people who detest ASMR, and there's other people that, you know, it's big love.
I don't.
Yeah, and it's certain sounds, like, you know.
While I don't have a problem with that, it's combining that with trying to hear people that are too far away when they have their volume as it is, and then I can't hear you over my own footsteps at times, and it's like, why can't I hear you over my own footsteps? Because it's tut-tut-tut-tut-tut. It's like, it doesn't need to be this. Like, having the footsteps be able to be this loud is fair. But I should be able to turn them down. Even if I can't turn down the environment sounds, things like that. The footsteps should be quieter. The footsteps are... Like, it feels like somebody's, like, tapping on a desk next to me rather than walking. Tap, 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 tap. It is interesting looking around. But yeah, no, hard mode would have been good to have them all pop up across the wall. Like, okay, you beat the game. We've added the hard mode stuff in beyond the wall if you would like to do the hard puzzles. I think, yeah, that would be fair. And it doesn't have to be, like, all of them, but here's, like, 15 new puzzles. Like, oh, cool.
And it's like, you don't need to do them. You got to the end. You saw the credits.
Yeah.
You know, these are optional, difficult puzzles.
Oh, wow, they even they added a flag to the final turn-in point. I didn't notice. I mean, we didn't come here, but they added a flag to the final little drop-in.
Yeah.
But no, it was fun. I did enjoy it. Oh, wow, it's interesting how this puzzle looks. The parkour throwing the thing upward puzzle. Because we didn't get to see it on the map, we just knew it was there. It actually, like, has a full disc with a hole in it, and then you can see a whole bunch of random colored tiles. Makes it very obvious what that puzzle is. But no. It really does come down to, I would have liked to see a lot more hard mode puzzles. Because they all revisited what we had done. I think that made it better. like, coming back to the puzzles we did was the more fun puzzles because I liked seeing the iterations, and we didn't have iterations of any of the puzzles anywhere else. And then we had the final puzzle with the sound, and it's just like, 4 is not enough. Though I do wonder if that may have been more things if I had told it more players.
Maybe. Because the insinuation would be scavenger hunt and go over the entire island. So if you have enough players to go, each one takes their own thing.
Yeah, that could work. Like adding in another player spot would track there. Can I do this? It's left click and then I'm doing it occasionally. There we go. You can see I'm getting the height on some of those jumps.
Okay.
I was trying to see if I could... Yeah, you can pretty easily jump off of it if you get the right angle. But no, I would be very curious to see, though, how it handles thinking it's 4-player on some of these. Because I think that's the big thing. Because some of them do get simplified because it's 2-player. But I think they simplified some too far to not need 2 players, which is weird. But I wouldn't expect it to not still need 2. Like, I know the hidden item one is the exact same. Like, that didn't change. But like other ones, I feel like they're probably the exact same. I know the one that was inside the kind of raised area. The yellow raised area that had, like, you had to play kind of a conversation with one, and then you had the light. Or I had the light and you could tell me what you needed. That one.
Yeah.
That one in multiplayer, there's no light. I mean, if you have more than 2, there's no... Or... If you have 4 players, there's no light. You're all just relaying to each other.
Okay.
But you can only hear in one direction. So, I would say, like, the first one is this, and then the second person would have to relay the first and second is this. The next one would have to do the first, second, and third is this. And everybody I've watched, somebody's not relaying one of them. every time. Somebody is not relaying it, and it's like, you need to relay it, because nobody knows what the third one is. So, like here, this one, the one where we had to relay the lights and I could just stand on the light. Normally, you got to relay it to the person in this room. There's a person down here, so there'd be somebody out here going, okay, it's the first one, but this person has no reference.
Yeah.
So that one's better. That one was really lame in 2-player, because it was just like, I can just stand on the light. That one did not change at all. Wow. Like, looking at it from here, that is the exact same puzzle. The one that I did solo... That's really sad. What do you mean it's the same puzzle? Because, yeah, you can just ride the gondola, read the answer, go back over, pick up the piece, ride the gondola, place it in. There's no... Is there really no change to that one? Because that was genuinely... This is my most hated puzzle out of the whole game. Because it's so pointless.
Yeah.
Like, the gondola just makes it take longer. You could have had a long pathway and it'd be the exact same puzzle. There's nothing special here, and that's where it's just like, okay. Is there... Nope. No, see, just 9 panels. And yeah, the answer's over there. Like, I don't know how you could make a worse puzzle. There does appear to be something there. That I don't think was there normally. Oh no, that's just a spot to set these. Yeah, no change. There's absolutely no change to that puzzle. Between 2 and 4 players. It was already really bad as 2. Doing that as 4 would just piss me off, honestly. Why is that so awful? Like, that just really gets me. Like, why would you not put one of them in a room that nobody can enter or resets the puzzle?
Yeah.
Plenty of other ones that do that.
And
Yeah,
interesting enough, the fact that there's not a hard version of that.
Yeah. Hard version would help it.
No, I'm just saying that that sounds like a puzzle that wasn't really thought about much, because there's not a hard version of it. Meaning, yeah, that it was a puzzle that was just, it's a puzzle. We
Yeah.
it.
The problem is, it's not even a puzzle.
Yeah, I know.
That's the same, except the 2 buttons by the door are not at the floor level; they're raised. So 3 players, it raises 1 button, and then 4 players, it raises 2 buttons to open the door on the obstacle course.
Reminds me of Fallout when somebody got interested in a puzzle and they were like, well, you know, it was trying to make their own puzzle. And it's just like, no, man, that's, you know, it just felt like the whole concept of kid art. Well, I'm just gonna put this on the fridge right here,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah, like I said, though, I think that one puzzle would work so much better if maybe the person on the gondola had to drop or had to get the answer from somebody in a locked room where you couldn't see the puzzle from it there.
Yeah.
And they just had to
Like,
relay
that's
it back to the person to, hey, put these in this order from the one that's in the locked
Yeah.
room or something.
Yeah. You're in the gondola, and the only way to see it, like, do the was it hater shades,
Yeah.
so that people can't see into the room from the side. You have to be on the gondola to be able to see straight into the room.
Yeah.
And
And then that person's holding up or trying to gesture what it is, holding up the answer, and then they have to put it back on. That's all you got to do. You don't need... It doesn't need to be, like, super hard where you can't, like... Even the person in the room could show you what the thing is and hold the tile and go, okay, got it. Just one at a time is all you would need to make that better. And then you could even do a hard mode where, oh, they can't even pick up the tile, so they got to gesture while going by on the gondola. Like...
yeah.
It just didn't need to be so nothing. And that was the problem. It really just was a nothing puzzle. Oop, dropped it. It's really hard to not drop things with... I don't know how people are managing to play this without a controller. These controls are not great. I'm just trying to get to the puzzle, the final puzzle, to see if it has more than 4. Because honestly, even if it was just 6, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
Like, there's just something about that idea of, oh, hey, there's more to the puzzle in the harder difficulties. That way it's like, yeah, we needed you to spread out a little more. Spread out a little more.
The expectation, was that multiple players would go all over the island rather than grouping together.
I think that's also one of the funny things is, like, a lot of people have missed the hard mode section. Without the hard mode section, that would have taken us a bit longer. But us being aware of the hard mode section made that easier. So I almost feel like it should have... I think yeah, making that the final, like, unlock puzzle, I think would have been the best. Like, for the key.
Yeah.
Because it really did feel... I think out of all the puzzles we could have done last, that was the best one to do for last.
Yeah,
like, I can think through
because
all the
it's
puzzles we've done.
Yeah, it's a remembering the map kind of puzzle.
Yeah. It
So,
didn't,
yeah.
we didn't need to spread out enough. It could have also been cool if it was just like, here's your thing you need to put in, and it's 8 of the different, like, it's 8 different, or 8 of the exact same tile. Could have been fun as well. Like,
Oh yeah.
it didn't need to be
'Cause
different
you have to go
tiles.
to all the different. Yeah, you have to go to all the different places to get that same
Yeah.
tile. Yeah.
And that could have been fun. Like, there were ways. I think that's kind of thing is like this would have been a like this is a great puzzle. I do love this one. Nope, still 4.
Mm.
The 2 I placed are still there. The 2 you placed are not.
Oh wow.
Is that the case or? Well, no, I threw the one away.
I never pulled anything out.
No, I threw the speaker away though, so the speaker one makes sense to not be there. But the snowman, did you put the snowman in?
I don't remember what I put in.
I'm intrigued by that. But yeah, no, that was
Back to
like.
the stream to find out.
But yeah, this would have been a great way to get the final key. You do 14, it opens up one last puzzle. That last puzzle could have like 12, I'd say 12 would be a good one. Do a whole circle, the keys in the middle, you got to place all of them in to get the last one. You got like a clock shape or something. Either 8 and then it's in the middle, or 12.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just going to label that puzzle as scavenger hunt
Mhm.
because that's essentially what it is. And I mean, scavenger hunt puzzle would be one of the best ones. Either 1, the very first puzzle, or 2, the very last puzzle. Because scavenger hunt is, trying to get you familiar with the whole map. But
Yep.
in this particular case, you've gone through the whole map, so a reminiscent of the entire map. So,
Yeah, like I'm just thinking through like making us grab one of the sound ones is cool. Making us grab some of the sketches is cool. I do think I think maybe that, but just add like you need 4 more of the people, 4 more of like the snowman. Like you just need a bunch of the snowman one, and then you need some of the other ones because then it does make you explore. It makes you do things. It doesn't make you get all of the snowmen, but it makes you get a considerable amount of them. So that way you don't like, oh crap, we already got this one. You don't need to like make it so I need one from every puzzle, but.
yeah.
And I don't think it's not hard, but it's interesting. And I think that's kind of the thing where I'm at with a lot of puzzles. I don't need hard puzzles, but I need ones that do make me think a bit. And a lot of these didn't make me think a bit. Like, did this change for 4-player? No, this is the exact same. Okay. No change on this one. I know that this one with the counting on the opposite side is exactly the same. Like, a lot of them don't change. The main ones that change that I've seen are the one that had relaying messages where everybody had to be in their own room. And then another one that changed was in the tutorial level, there's just stack on top of each other and press the button. It just moves, it makes it taller. But it looked like even the one that had the buttons on the beach to drop the one from the like kind of like crane pillar was still 2. Like a lot of them didn't change, which is the thing. There's certain ones that definitely did, but a lot of them didn't. And it's like your game was intended for 4 players and then you added easier ones was my understanding. So it's really weird that I thought there was like a bird and I got very confused by the ski lift. But no, it just feels like a lot of these don't change. They just change the number of buttons. Like, oh, you gotta have 4 people pushing it this time. Like, even that light challenge for counting the lights in that big circle that we struggled to find angle, that is the exact same. That is the exact
That's a
same puzzle.
frustrating thing. Yeah, that should kind of shift a little bit. But,
Yeah, this one.
You know.
Add more of them to make it harder. But nope, it's the exact same
Yeah.
puzzles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 lights. 9 lights? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, 10 lights. 10 lights. Yeah, so it was 10 before.
5
No
lights.
because one of us did 6 and one of us did 4 because of the position, I think. Or I did 7 and you did 3. Like, it was a very weird. Because it was the only way we could get, like, a consistent number on it or something. But it was, yeah, there's just not. It's a great game. Like, again, I'm not going to deny that. I think accessibility's there, needs addressed, and there needs to be a few more puzzles. Or a few more iteration puzzles rather than just being the puzzle.
No. It's good. It's long enough with the even with the multiplayer on it. I just think that take what you got, add a few extra things, new different variations of puzzles based off of whatever all the fans are talking about, or the people who have enough hours in the game. Kind of take their hint on what type of different puzzles might be good. Keep in mind, like you said, the accessibility would be a big thing, but it's just add a few extra new different variations of puzzles. Do a thing with like Journey, where they do some mosaics or something to let you get an idea of what the lore is. What I know they mentioned it at the end of the credits, but I don't know where I have to start Googling or doing a search for to find out what the lore is for this game.
You know what I think would have been good for some of the puzzles? It doesn't need to be in all of them, but like some of that felt too easy would be like when you do that puzzle, a panel flips or something. So that way it's like, okay, you did the first half of the puzzle. Now we've expanded a little more. Like the gondola one. Maybe you do that half, but then it puts up a wall to lock the one player in. Right? So that way you understand the concept, but now you need to do the rest of the puzzle, and you've separated a little more just to make it a little harder while still kind of explaining the core mechanics. Maybe would be a way to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I get what you're saying with the lore. I don't know how much lore there actually is other than we thought it'd be funny.
No, it's just the whole concept of like knowing who and where Maui came from, that kind of concept.
Yeah.
Like,
That doesn't float as well as I thought it would. They really feel like something that would be like beach ball, where it's very much on top of the water, but that is heavy. Threw one of the lights in the water, and it is completely submerged other than occasionally topping up.
Find out that you could attach them to buoys and make them into buoys.
They spent the time to put seaweed out here.
Huh.
Didn't expect that. But yeah. I think at the end of the day, the only complaint that I think is genuinely worth like fully actually being like this is a problem is accessibility. I think they really need to work on more options for people. I think other than that though, the game's really good. I would put it at a good, I'd say 8 out of 10 for me, which is a high score for me, to be clear. That is a high score for me. I don't usually give beyond an 8 unless something's like really got me. Like,
yeah. I mean, it's one of those things. It's like, yeah, it's simple design characters. There's not any complications with that. Yeah, love that. The puzzles, you don't have to do a lot of development.
yeah.
For some of that stuff, so it's just like, yeah, don't worry about that. Focus your attention on the other things. This is cute characters. They're simple, identifiable characters. Or what was that thing that they had for the Japanese mascots or something of that nature?
Yeah.
There was some sort of rule on this is, have to be so and so cute and blah blah blah, and it meets a lot of those standards.
Yeah, I think like my complaints, the things that are docking points, if anybody is actually watching this wondering why I would only give it an 8. It is again accessibility options. I think accessibility options are important. Separating the environmental sounds into their own sliders is not going to change the game in any capacity whatsoever. Like it's not it's really not. Like even as much as it's like, oh, but then they could turn up the thing, blah blah blah, like to hear players better. It's like let them. Like it doesn't take away from the game by letting people play it slightly louder. If they can't hear them, you've got your puzzles that are muted rooms where there's no sound anyway, which I think is the big part of it. It's like, I would understand if they didn't have the muted glass, but the fact that they have muted areas and areas that are impossible to hear anybody as a constant thing, there's no reason I can see to say, we can't let you adjust the volumes because then it could break some puzzles. It's like, then change the design of the puzzle or use the sound dampening to not let it carry past certain points, because you've clearly used that in things like the sphere. You've reduced the vocal range. So let people turn up the volume inside that range where you're meant to hear them. And then it still has the same drop-off point. You can keep the same cutoff and change the curve. Like you can keep all of that and change the curve. Like, let people adjust the curve where the drop-off is so it's less instant. Especially for larger groups. You would not be able to communicate with 6 players and have them near each other. Somebody's not going to be heard in that. They're going to be too far back. Because the crowding is so rough on this. And it's...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So that's my one complaint. I would like harder versions of the puzzles. I think generally 90% of the puzzles were too easy, including the hard mode ones, and I'm not saying that they should be harder as a thing to beat the game, but any of the post-game stuff, like doing the final key, I don't think there's any reason to not have some harder ones. Thrown in. You've got a hard section that is the purple ones. I'd like more of the purple ones. I like the revisiting things. It could be just 5 more. Something to add a little bit of a bonus thing.
I think the weirdest thing for me is the number of hard puzzles.
7, yeah. There's nothing that's 7.
Because, yeah, there's nothing that's 7. So, yeah.
It feels like maybe it was originally supposed to be 6, which would have matched perfectly up with the monument. Then they added one more because they thought it'd be funny, such as the 30-minute room may have been added at the last second. You know what I mean? Like, that could have been added at the last second as, like, a joke thing and then they just were like, yeah, make it purple.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay, well, now we've got 7. And it's like, okay, well, there it is. I think it could have been funnier as well if they just had, like, a smaller one that gives you the ending. Maybe that doesn't include any of the hard ones, and maybe there is a little monument up in the hard area just for the hard ones. That gives you some silly item that does nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe those hard ones could have unlocked the shiny board.
It giving you a helmet for all it really matters.
Yeah, but I think like the shiny colors that we got would have been great for. Oh, you beat all the hard ones. Here, have a shiny.
Oh, yeah.
Like that would have been a perfect unlock for that. Like, oh, cool. So now I can paint some extra colors because I've done the hard stuff, and that's it. Honestly, I think the whole board should have been shiny. Like it should have just been the whole thing, but with metallic added, not just 3 colors. You just here you go. Here's that board, but they're metallic now. But it doesn't. Like, it's just, like, it's all minor things I would change other than the accessibility. Like, it really does come to that. It's all minor, like, I don't really hate anything that they've done. I don't have any, like, major complaints, but I don't think it's perfect by any means, is kind of the spot. It's like, it's not perfect. It doesn't deserve a 10. The accessibility drops off another point to me. Like, accessibility is going to always handle at least an entire point in my book. And that accessibility is a combination of, there's no colorblind settings, which aren't entirely vital to this game, but colorblind settings would be nice. Volume sliders is an accessibility tool. That would be nice.
But that's what I was saying as a nod to, say, like Big Walk 2 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
that they should have something that you'd have the 3 primaries, 3 secondaries, and then just have a color puzzle based off of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's fine. It don't do anything complicated. Nothing that would require color blindness. Aside from if somebody can only see in monochrome, which I don't know if that's actually a thing.
No, I think
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised as far as
there's probably some rare outlier situations, but
Yeah,
like I'm just saying, like for accessibility on the color thing is literally you just add a thing on any of the parts that are needed for puzzles. You add a pattern,
hmm
and you go okay. But I just feel like some of the structures are kind of hard to see if you were to view them as being brown instead. Like just test the game with some color blindness filters, see what it looks like, and go okay. If they turn on the colorblind mode, we swap out that color just for that player. And the colors aren't necessarily key to solving the puzzle. It just makes them more visible to the player, kind of situation.
yeah.
Like it doesn't harm it. It doesn't change any of that. This is also actually I think worth looking at here. These pose pictures, as well as the drawing of like the boards that are people. They're not the birds. They're people. Like these aren't our characters.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Are we human?
it's probably a concept sort of thing.
Yeah,
Early-
I'm thinking it's something they didn't change over time, but it's like these are humans. Like ideally, you would replace these with the birds, the doodles of the birds. Again, it's not a vital thing. It's just kind of one of those things. Like I'm shocked they didn't change it or make it something else. I'm still mad we didn't like throw a glow in there. Hey Kai, we beat the game. It's over. It's over. We took our final steps and we've just been critiquing things. Kai, do you have any critiques of the game? It's over. There's nothing to show you. We've already watched the end. It's over. Like I can only slightly spoil things. I mean, minor critiques are valid critiques
Crystal
though.
skull exploded.
Like I'm still standing on we need an accessibility to be able to see like we need to be able to change the volume of other players and just keep the drop off point where it's at, just change the curve. I stand by that as much as they don't want to. I also want to be able to turn down the environment sounds. There's been puzzles that can be solved single player, and I don't think that should happen. I think the players should have names of. I think players having names of the head as an option would be a good toggle. I think that would be good for accessibility. I agree. I think an alternative to that maybe is at least having kind of like how I have the Discord call thing in the corner, just having an option in game that will show similar to like the repo heads. I think would be the good one, where there's just it shows an image of the head in the corner and it flaps open its mouth when people are going there. Like options like that would be good. Like, okay, this is the person talking, here's their mouth opening, and here's the color they are or whatever, and you just see their name and go, okay, this person. That's actually a really good point on that one. It should be a toggle. Like this game is lacking in accessibility. That's really the main spot where everything falls to me. There's been some wonderful puzzles. There's been a lot of nice things to it. But yeah, that's really where I fall short on it, is just accessibility. It needed more. That's its biggest shortcoming, is it is not available to everyone. Well, I did try, Kai. I turned on the accessibility option they have. I don't know if you know that there's an accessibility option. There's one single accessibility option, which is you can skip puzzles if they're too hard. I turned it on just to see what it looked like. You are able to skip puzzles if they're too hard. And it is the most embarrassing button I have seen for a thing. I do approve of what they're doing, but it looks so weird to do it. Yeah, the host, when they start the world, can turn on the button. for it, so people can go like, oh, I can't do this one due to motor control, things like that, or whatever. Yeah, no, I agree, but even if it was 3 people, that can be rough if 2 people sound similar. Like, I mean, we can talk about just people being twins that have the same voice. There are twins with almost identical voices. It would be useful. Mine about it, I think the puzzles are too easy is my my complaint. Where I'd like harder stuff. I'm not saying that these need to be harder. I would just like harder ones as option thing. Here's the skip. This is the skip. I'm just bored. Walkie-talkies with separate channels could be interesting. I feel like too many people... You'd need a number on it, I think.
Well, no,
and
they had one for the radios.
Well, yeah.
So why not have a walkie that has different... Yeah.
And just have it light up when somebody's using that channel. Put a dot on it. Yeah, well, to the game's defense, the game is definitely meant for 4 players. I will say that. They just allowed more, and I think that was a weird choice. I don't think they should have allowed more than 4. Like, I get wanting more people, but I think 4 should have been the limit, maybe 5. But the fact that most of these puzzles don't even plan for more than 2 people, even though they've allowed it, is weird. So, I don't know. It's just kind of that weird spot of, I don't think everything was given the same amount of care. Accessibility is the shortcoming of the game. Puzzle balancing is weird. But no, we did everything. We've 100%ed it now. It's done. There's no more.
Another one of the few games I actually have platinum on.
That is the thing. It's nice when a game has a platinum that isn't absurd.
Oh yeah.
I am all for achievements in games. I'm all for challenges being in platinums. I am not for collect 1 million of this coin in the thing. That said, when I make a game, I am totally having a passive that is collect 1 million, but it's going to be something that is going up at a considerable rate the entire time, as an homage to the Million Roses level. But I don't want it to be, you have to specifically do the 1 million. I want it to be like, because I've talked about I want it to be moss collecting, right? I want there to be one that's Where am I?
Collected X tons of moss.
Oh, wait. Where am I? What? What? Oh! Is that what they did here? That puzzle over there that we had to do the 2, when it is more than 2, more people have to push the button at the same time.
Oh, God.
That's a fair improvement. Because this is a new telescope pointing at the same one from before. So this is a 4-way telescope probably now. There's probably another one hiding somewhere. That's a welcome change. That one did actually improve and get harder. Bravo. Because I was just wandering and like, this light didn't exist. Yeah, there was nothing out here in our playthrough. We never went over here. But that just means there's at least 3. There might be 4. I don't know. But yeah, like, I don't know. The game needs adjustment. I don't think it needed this many players. I do stand by my statement saying make the game $40 and then allow guest passes would have been a nicer way to go about it. The doing everybody has to pay $20 to play the game feels less consumer friendly when we've seen alternatives that are consumer friendly. So I think that I don't think it would be a fair critique if those games didn't exist. If there wasn't It Takes Two and things like that are already doing that, I don't think my critique would be fair. But I think the fact that we've seen them and they've been out for a good 4 or 5, they've been out for It Takes Two is 6 years old. That was before That was before this game
And
started
it's
development.
technically a successful game. So
Yeah. Yeah, they've done it. They even made a follow-up game called Split Fiction that did the same thing. So it's not like it came out of nowhere, but I think $40 for one copy, and then anybody can download the guest and join you, is a lot better and consumer-friendly way to go about that. I mean, congrats on the success. They made a game that I do think is worth the 20, but I also think it's just that weird spot of I wouldn't have expected you to buy it if I didn't know you had PlayStation Plus. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't have tried to get you to join me if I thought you had to pay for it, because I don't think that would be... That would be... Like, I honestly probably wouldn't be looking for people to play it with if it weren't also on PlayStation Plus because of that. Because it's just like... It's not to fault it, but... I don't think this game is worth 40 in the way it was spent. If that makes sense, like, I don't think it's worth two people buying it for $20, but one person buying it for 40 where anybody could join, I think would be fair. Hey, look, the tile's still gone because it's over in the thing. I like that. But yeah, no, it's yeah. I think that's kind of where I'm at. Is just, I think the price is good for one copy, but when you start going, 12 people can play together, I go, that's a lot of money for a game that for most people is like going to be 8 hours. Even if they're playing with friends. Like, I've got more, but I also have streams where I've just sat and kind of lounged in the game. I've had moments where I'm just wandering to explore. Like, I got 40 hours. I don't know how much time's on yours. Yours is going to be considerably lower.
Yeah.
Like, I got more than my money's worth, but it's not something I would convince other people to do the things. To pay that. You know? That's where I'm at. I wouldn't... At the price point for what's being done, guest passes, I think, would have been a much more welcoming way. Charge more, do guest passes. I'm in. Because this is as long as Split Fiction.
Hours.
Yeah, so an 18-hour game. Which is fair. Like, it's a fair price, but I think because of the necessity to play with other people, that changes the aspect of it. Which is the same thing with It Takes Two and Split Fiction. The necessity to have at least 2 copies is where I start judging. Split Fiction, It Takes Two, 1 copy, guest pass. Cool.
Not to cut it too short or anything, but
No, it's fair. We've gone 2.5. You got to go. That's totally fair. But no, thank you for hanging. Thank you for yapping. It was fun, and I'm glad we got to max out that game together.
it's really interesting. I really like. I mean, you know, yeah.
Kai, are you not on my friends list? What the hell? Sorry.
If you got enough friends, it's decent
Yeah.
play. I mean, you know, yeah. So,
Yeah, no, like I said, 8 out of 10 for me. Like, it's by no means bad. But yeah, have a good one. Appreciate you.
See,
Yeah, Kai, why aren't we friends? Kai, why aren't we friends?
Let's throw some paws for Chaots. They are the best.
Chaorts. We are friends. Why aren't you in the list of people who have the game? Oh, it's just because you're cut off because there's 9 more. It's fair. We are friends. Yeah, we are. We are. It's just I have too many friends that have the game and you were cropped off. We're good. I love this stage. Have you been to the stage here, Kai? I love this stage. You can plug in the radio and it'll come out the amps. A fun thing for you, Kai, though, with these chairs. Somebody can sit in them. Somebody can sit in them, and then you can pick up the chair that they're sitting in. So it'll stack and it'll do this like really angular thing. It's great. And there's these 6 chairs, and then there's 4 more elsewhere on the map, so you could stack 10 people. Did you know if you fall asleep on the ski lift, you place your head on the person next to your shoulder? You do actually fall asleep on the person next to you. But no, it's been fun. I had a good stream. I enjoyed it. I'm happy to finally have the game done, written off. It's been fantastic. Oh my god. Sorry. I just noticed on my on my Blue Sky I have maxed out my notifications. But no, I look over. You got 30 plus notifications. Like, oh shit, what happened? Sorry, it was Taz the Menace mentioning that they got blocked by somebody, which just cracked me up because we've been talking about the same stuff, and it's just like, yep, that'll happen. People don't like when you call them out. But no, I've had a fun one. I appreciate everybody who came by. I know the TikTok stuff is not the most popular thing, but it is nice to do that. To get a little more reach on there. I appreciate y'all hanging. Let me run the credits. I kind of want to mimic the big walk vignetting that they do for that when I do like a be right back screen or whatever. Instead, just have the whole screen kind of do the big walk vignette, make the little sound, and then have the snore wake up. I think would be funny. I'm gonna send you over to Melody, who may not be going much longer. I don't know, because they normally raid me, but I'm gonna finally be able to send that back their way. So go be kind to Melody for me. Melody is wonderful. Melody is playing Metaphor Refantasio, which should be mature rated, I think. It doesn't look like it marked their stream as mature, which is weird. But yeah, go be kind, go be lovely, go be wonderful. Have a wonderful night, and I will catch you all on Friday. I appreciate you all so much. That said, see ya. Love ya. Bye-bye.